Hey guys, this is Rick at Tasty Guitar. Sometimes when you're playing funk, R&B, and soul tunes, you kind of come up on one bar breaks that are perfect to put a little bit of a fill or a lick. Most guitar players only just play kind of a lead line, but what I'm going to teach you today are 5 really nice chordal fills that you can use in these situations. Make sure you come by TastyGuitar.com, get the free tab for this lesson by subscribing on the bottom of the home page, and check out the description below for information about membership where you get access to backing tracks, Soundslice interactive tab, a Zoom call with me, 6-month lesson plan, and so much more. Tune up and let's get started. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump into this first fill. Now with all the examples today, you can really do whatever you want in the first few measures. We're really concentrating on the fill part that is coming after that. We are starting this fill on the and of beat 4 on this A minor chord here at the 8th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to follow that by going down to this B minor chord shape and the A minor chord shape, and these are both going to be on up strums on beat 1 of the following measure. So far you would have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're then going to follow that with a barred 3rd finger at the 7th fret and then just a scratch on dead strings, and these are both coming on upstrokes of beat 2. So far you would have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to finish this out by going to a barred 1st finger across the 5th fret, back to the 7th fret, ending on the 5th fret. So here is the entire fill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, this next fill you can play over dominant chords, and I'm starting by hitting the top of an A9 chord, just hitting the top 3 strings there with a barred 3rd finger at the 12th fret. A couple strums there on the and of beat 1. 1. Going to follow that with the top of a D major chord there, just your D major bar chord hitting the top 3 strings. That's also going to be on an upstroke. 1. Again, 1. Going to follow that by sliding into this A7 shape there at the 9th fret. 1. Again, 1. You're then going to follow that with the next up strum on dead strings, then going to go to this shape right here, an A6 chord, slide that down 2 frets to this A9 chord, and then following it by ending back on that A6 chord. So here's the entire fill very slowly. 1. Make sure you keep that right hand in motion constantly, even through that slide. That's really important to keep the down strum aligned with the downbeat. 1. Pick it up a little bit. 1. Fill number 3 is almost the same as number 2. The only thing is we're changing the voicing slightly, so you can play this one over a minor chord or a dominant chord group. So I'll play this one very slowly and then come back and show you what was different between this one and fill number 2. All right, so from the very beginning, we're changing out that A9 chord that we played in fill number 2 with an A minor 7 chord there, coming off the top of that shape right there. This is the same. Then we're going down to the 8th fret, and instead of playing that A7 there, we're playing an A minor 7. This is the top of this A minor 7 voicing, just the top 3 strings there. So far you would have, and the rest is exactly the same as fill number 2. So all together really slow. 1. Now you may ask, why would you play something that is kind of intended for a minor chord over a dominant chord? Well, when you play minor chord stuff like this, it just kind of gives it a funky, bluesy flavor by the addition of that flat third instead of the major third, and you can certainly play it. All right, another great example here that you can play over a minor or a dominant chord if you want a really bluesy sound. Starting on this voicing right here, that is an A9 chord. This is all 8th notes at first. 1, and then right after that on the end of 1, you're going to go to this B minor shape, down to the A minor. So far we have 1 and 2. Then to the bottom of a B minor shape, kind of right there, right out of your B minor bar chord, up a half step to the bottom of a C minor, back to that B minor, ending on the bottom of the A minor chord, again, just right out of your big bar chord shape. So the entire fill is this. And I'm kind of playing those very staccato, those 8th notes there. Letting the last chord ring out. Now an alternate way that you could do this would be to start exactly the same, but then go down to this voicing, that's that same B minor chord, and then end all the way down there. So you would have this. You could change your fingering to the first 3 fingers or the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th if you like. For the right feel on this, get off those chords quickly and keep the strumming really light. Alright guys, this last example is just a really cool rhythm that you could do. It's not really about the chord. You could put this on any chord, but I'm playing a 7 sharp 9 chord here up at the 12th fret. That's an A7 sharp 9 with the 5th up on top there. Now this is a 16th note rhythm, but I'm playing it with all down strums and also kind of strumming up on the neck on the fingerboard a little bit. That helps to get a really nice warm tone. So I'm starting just by hitting that chord on the first 2 16th notes of beat 1. Gonna hit a scratch on the last 16th note of beat 1, so that would be again. Follow that with beat 2. So that's the first 2 beats. A rest on the downbeat of beat 3, followed by a couple scratches and the chord again. Again. And then then following that with another rest right on the downbeat of beat 4, followed by scratches and the chord one more time, and then kind of slide out of it. So here is the entire fill. In order to pick up the tempo on this, have a very loose wrist. Don't have a big arm motion like this.